welcome to Lorraine Fitness. I'm Lorraine, and today we're going to work our way through a short detox yoga class together. So I hope you've got your yoga mat, maybe you've got some props with you, some blocks or a cushion, maybe some water. And let's just go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start today in a standing position. So just go ahead and take your feet hip distance apart. We'll just take our hands to heart center. Get out any little wiggles you need to get out, maybe rolling the shoulders a few times. Drawing the navel in just slightly towards the spine, and then just softly closing the eyes here this morning. And as we settle into this very first pose, we're going to use this to feel nice and grounded. So go ahead and maybe lift the toes, spread them nice and wide, bring them back down to the earth. Again, maybe shifting the weight just slightly. Little wiggles here, just feeling the feet nice and grounded and secure underneath you. And then lengthening up through the legs, through the midsection of the body, through the torso. Feel yourself lifting up through the crown of the head. Feeling that lightness above you. At the same time, you're feeling nice and grounded below you. Start cultivating those nice, deep yoga breaths. Allowing the belly to fill up nice and full as you inhale. Softening through the face, the jaw, the mouth, the teeth. And just readying yourself from the inside out for our practice here today. Take 3 more breaths where you are and see if you can just push away any thoughts about what's going on around you, the outside world, and just drawing your attention more inward. Couple more breaths right here. And from here, just softly drop the hands down by your sides. We'll interlace the hands behind us. And let's go ahead and push the knuckles down and away from the body, and notice how the shoulders naturally roll back, opening up the chest here. Still feeling nice and rooted down through the feet. From here, let's inhale as we lengthen up, and as you exhale, bend into the knees and slowly begin your descent, hinging the hips backwards, coming into a forward fold here. And as you fold over, feeling those hands lengthening up towards the heavens. Shoulders still in the back body, and let the head entirely release. Maybe even shaking it gently side to side or nodding it up and down. And remember, if the hands don't go all the way up to the sky, that's fine. You can always rest them on the lower back. From here, the stomach is resting on the thighs, feeling that generous bend in the knees, still feeling nice and grounded, even in an upside down position. And here we go. Welcome to detox. Already starting to feel that with the pressure in the belly. Beginning to use this to push out all those toxins. From here, take that nice next big inhale, and as you exhale, press the earth away from you and begin your slow ascension all the way up. Allowing the hands to come back down behind you and lifting up nice and tall towards the sky. Let's do that again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend into the knees and begin that nice slow trip all the way down, letting the head hang, lifting the arms, feeling the pressure of the belly against the thighs. And then once again, on the exhale breath, pressing into the heels, pushing the earth away from you as you slowly come up to standing. Rolling up. Oh yeah. Just feeling that flush of energy. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. and slow here. We're in no rush. Remembering anytime you're in that forward fold, if you like, you can always begin to straighten the knees, lifting the hips up higher towards the heavens. For my detox, I always like to keep that nice healthy bend in my knees. Perhaps as you're breathing, thinking to yourself, in with the new, out with the old. Take that nice big inhale. And as you exhale, press the feet, the mat, the earth away from you, coming all the way up to standing. Oh yeah, that feels great. Beautiful. And once you get to the top, release the hands out to the sides. Excellent. Inhale as you lengthen the arms out to the side, lifting the chins up to the heavens. Taking the palms together, and as you exhale, bring the hands down through to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, lengthen the arms out to the side, stretching through the fingertips, lifting the gaze. Bringing hands together, exhale as you draw them down to chest level. And a third time. Inhale, lengthen. This time we're going to take those hands together and exhale. We're going to fold all the way over, bending into those knees once again, coming all the way down. We're going to plant the hands on the ground, or at least rest them on fingertips here, right in front of the feet. From here, we're going to come into a lunge. So go ahead and take a big, large step back, big and large, with that left foot all the way back. So when you're looking down at that right foot that's in front of you, the right heel is right underneath of the right knee. And then let's go ahead and put that left knee down to the ground. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to pull those inner thighs together to square out those hips. And then we're going to plant that left hand right underneath the chest on the inside of that right foot, coming into a revolved lunge here. We're going to make sure we just gently nudge that shoulder back. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. And on your next inhale breath, sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, softly draw it back down towards the earth. Let's do that again, everyone. Big inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, float it back down to the earth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. And we're just going to hold here on this third time, feeling that nice twist in the belly. Looking up past fingertips. Staying here longer if you need or want. And if you're joining me, exhale, sweep that hand down. Beautiful. From here, plant the hands on either side of the foot. And maybe even just kind of rock and roll, lifting up that back knee so we can step up to standing. Here we go, stepping up, planting the feet hip distance apart. We're going to take a nice big reverse swan dive, so stretch the arms out, let your chest lead as you come all the way up. And again, taking hands down through heart center, forward fold. On the exhale breath, nice and slow. And again, planting the hands in front of the feet. We'll take the right foot back this time. Nice big large step, watching for that alignment. Placing right hand down on the ground this time. Right knee goes to the ground as well. All right, let's just roll the shoulders back a little, drawing the belly inwards, of course. Here we go on an inhale breath. Let's sweep that left arm up towards the heavens. And exhale, draw it back down. Beautiful, everyone. Nice and slow and intentional. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, draw the hand back down. We're going to do this again. This time we're just going to pause at the top. Inhale, lengthen up towards the heavens, reaching up through extended fingertips, keeping the inner thighs pulling towards one another here. The lower half of the body is nice and stable, twisting out through the midsection of the body. Yeah. Exhale, float that hand back down towards the mat. And once again, picking up the right knee, the one that's behind you, and maybe creating just a little bit of momentum here before we come to standing. Step up. Good job. Hanging in forward fold. Again, with as much of a bend in those knees as you like. Maybe they're straight if you want to just experience the hang. If you're still working on a bit more of that detoxification, allowing that belly to really rest against the thighs. And then take those arms out and reverse swan dive all the way up. Yeah. Exhale, let's take the hands all the way back down, bend, fold, exhale, release the breath. Planting hands, we're gonna step that right foot back, keeping the right foot or the right leg nice and straight behind you. And of course, your option is always to lower it down to the ground. You don't have to leave it lifted. Let's plant the right hand underneath that chest again. This time we're gonna thread the needle, so taking a little bit of a twist a little bit further here. So when you're ready with the shoulders drawn back so your chest is shining bright, drawing the belly in. Inhale to lengthen that left arm up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale breath, slowly with control, draw it down and thread it through the right arm. Really twist through the belly. Inhale, slowly sweep it up towards the heavens. Exhale, slowly bring it on down through, thread that arm, feel that nice wringing out the midsection of the body. I always kind of visualize like a dishcloth being wrung out, so good for that body. Last time here on this side. And then let's just plant that hand again, framing the front foot. Rock and roll our way up to a forward fold here at the top of the mat. Catching the breath, softening the brain. Taking just a couple of breaths to recenter yourself. Go ahead and release the hands from the ground. Reach them out to either side. Take a big inhale breath as you press that ground away, all the way up. Take hands together overhead. Exhale as you draw them all the way back down to the earth. Nice and slow here. Feel that rush of energy through the body as we rise and then fall. Planting the hands, take that giant step back with the left foot this time. Keeping the back leg nice and straight if that works for your body. Planting that left hand right underneath the chest, right on the inside of that right foot. Let's do this together with our breath. Inhale, lengthen the right hand up. Exhale, as you bring it on down, we're gonna twist it underneath the body. Yeah, beautiful. Inhale, lengthen the arm up. Exhale, slowly draw it down. Knowing that we're massaging those inner organs here as we twist through our pose. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Last time here, exhale as you slowly draw that arm through, twisting through the midsection of the body. And then planting the right hand on the opposite side of that foot. A little rock and roll motion here, perhaps to help you come on up. Feet planted, hip distance apart. Taking that forward fold. Really feeling the grounding of those feet, pressing into them, feeling yourself secure. Feel the belly as you breathe, pressing into the legs. Let's go ahead and roll our way up this time. Big ragdoll. Begin to just press the feet into the earth. Begin to slowly draw the body up, feeling the vertebrae stacking one by one. Slowly coming up the body, rolling shoulders up, then the neck and the head can follow. Last but not least, beautiful. All right, let's take our big toes together here, leaving a little space in the heels. I can feel that sun, how beautiful. All right, so from here, let's take a big inhale breath, sweep the arms up, and at the same time, drop your hips down below you. Coming into our chair pose. Now looking down, make sure you can see your toes. And then this morning, just looking up at those arms, let's just broaden them out a little bit. I want you to pretend like you're holding a big beach ball. Yeah, feel that nice big ball of energy here. Draw the navel in towards the spine, tucking the tailbone under just slightly. Yeah, if you want a little bit of motion here, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to drop down a little lower. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath. Let's draw the hands into heart center. If you need a break from here, take an inhale breath first, and then exhale, press the feet away from you as you come back up into a mountain pose. If you want to stay in chair pose, feel free to stay here, because we are going to be coming into a prayer twist. So let's make sure those knees are nice and straight. Zip them up together. If you're standing, go ahead and exhale. Join me in chair pose here. Inhaling up through the crown of the head, we're going to exhale, take our right elbow and tuck it past the left knee. Pressing into the hands, you can open up that chest, drawing the left shoulder down and back. Yeah, beautiful. Nice deep breaths. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, detox that body. Get rid of all those toxins you don't need. All the garbage, all the junk that accumulates. Let's go ahead and release the hands, come back to center. Exhale as you press away from the mat. Come back up to standing. I'm just going to turn around here. You can stay where you are if you like, so that I don't have to turn away from you. All right, in our standing position. Go ahead and draw in that big, beautiful breath of air through the nostrils. Exhale, slowly begin your descent. Zipping the knees together. Yeah, hands at heart center, shoulders back. Tucking the tailbone under just slightly. Inhale to lengthen and extend. Exhale to twist, wrapping the left elbow around the right knee this time. Pressing into the hands, drawing shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Remembering that you don't have to be super low. You need to listen to your body always. It is your guide. It is what tells you what feels good, what doesn't quite work for you today. Take one big last inhale breath. Exhale, we're going to press it all the way back up to standing. Nice deep breaths here. Release the hands down. Maybe rolling the shoulders a tiny bit. Let's separate those feet. Hip distance apart, second toes facing straight forward. Inhaling, we'll reach the arms out to the side, lifting the chin. Now as you exhale, we're going to forward fold, take the hands all the way down to the earth, right in front of the feet. And then we're going to walk those hands out, coming into downward facing dog. So let's go ahead and plant those hands at shoulder distance apart. And you can start by pedaling up the feet if you like. So good, so good. So maybe finding a little bit of movement here at the beginning. And then finding stillness. Maybe closing the eyes here. Noticing that you're nice and grounded through fingers and through the balls of the feet. Give your head a shake. And then in that moment of stillness, finding a moment of peace, feeling your body, feeling the warmth, just noticing where you're at. Couple more breaths right here. And then from here, we're going to place the weight onto the right foot. As you inhale, lengthen the left leg all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw it slowly through the mat. We're going to plant it between the hands. Pivot the right foot so it's parallel to the back edge of the mat. And then cartwheel on an inhale breath, bringing the arms up and around, coming into our warrior two. We're just going to be here for just a moment. We want to work our way into humble warrior. So exhale as you drop the hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers. So once again, draw the knuckles down and away from you, and notice how the shoulders roll open, opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Beautiful. So from here, before we make our descent, make sure that the back edge of the foot is really grounded. So right through the pinky edge. And then that front knee, just make sure it's not buckling into the midline. You want it to be nice and safe. All right, here folks, let's inhale, lengthen up through the tip top of the head. And as you exhale, slowly hinge at the waist. We're gonna draw that left shoulder right past the left knee. The hands, once again, just like we did in forward fold at the beginning of the class, will reach up towards the heavens. Here we're head below heart. And once again, that belly is getting a nice massage, allowing for that beautiful detoxification to happen. Beautiful. Welcome that heat. Allow it to burn away everything that you don't need today. Yeah, beautiful. Take a big inhale, friends. And then exhale, press away from the earth, nice and slowly coming back up. Yeah, release the hands, warrior two. And then straightening the left leg. You can pivot the toes so that they're facing forward. Parallel feet towards me. Taking the hands maybe just to the waist. Once again, maybe softly closing the eyes. Excuse me. So much of our practice, in fact, our whole entire practice, is about being aware of our body, of our breath, of the sensation, of the growth, of the release. So let's go ahead and feel grounded through the feet, but also lifting up through the inner legs, pulling the thighs together, feeling nice and sturdy here. Now, if you have a block, you might want it for our forward, wide-legged forward fold, placing it right in front of you. If you need to pause the tape, you can. And draw the navel in once again towards the spine. We've got a nice flat back. Your shoulders are released away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're just going to dip over halfway so that the back is parallel to the ground. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is normally here when I'm doing a wide-legged forward fold, I like to become a little bit pigeon-toed. Just allows me to really feel that nice grounding down on that pinky edge of the foot that I'm always talking about. Good job. Let's inhale, lengthen up. And if you need to adjust those feet, you can. On our next exhale breath, hinge the hips behind you. Keep that flat back as we once again just come halfway over. Good job. Pull the shoulders gently away from the ears, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Exhaling, we come back up to center one more time. This time we're going to come all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dipping over, flat back, releasing hands down to the mat or maybe your block. Release the head. Again, maybe shaking or nodding it. Keeping the inner thighs pulling together. Feeling the pressure against the midsection of the body as it's in a bit of a compression here. And then we're going to press into the hands or the block. So maybe you're on tented fingers like I am. Maybe your hands are on a block. What we're going to do is we're going to place one hand right in the center. So I've got my left hand right in the center here. And we're going to do some revolved twists once again, just like we did in low lunge. So from here, draw the shoulders. Hi, baby. Hi, Lucas. Inhale as you sweep the right arm up towards the heavens, opening up the chest. Exhale, sweep the hand back down to the mat. Oh, that sun is marvelous. Replacing the left hand with the right. Inhale, lengthen the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, draw it back down to the center, replacing the right hand. So once again, the bottom half of our bodies aren't moving. Twisting from the core, opening up the chest, the heart, the brain. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. exhale, slowly floating that hand down. Let's do one more per side. Inhale, lengthen, extend, reach. And exhale, soften. Inhale, last time on this side. And exhale, release, let everything go out through the mouth. From here, I'm going to release my hands from the mat, taking them up to the hips. Inhale and exhale, pressing into the feet, slowly rising up. We're going to stay here without adjusting anything at all. Closing the eyes if you can. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe taking hands to the heart center. Feeling the heat, feeling the rush of energy. Don't let it go anywhere. Keep it contained. And with that in mind, we're just going to heel toe our feet together. So either both feet together one at a time. You can take one heel in and then the other heel. Or both at once, toes and then heels. Just walking our way back up into center. Good job. Excellent. Really nice, everybody. Let's release the arms out to the side. Maybe a couple of shoulder rolls. So we're going to come into eagle here. So standing with the feet hip distance apart. Again, just drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen the arms up, lifting the chin, spreading the fingers wide. As you exhale, draw the right arm underneath the left. And as you do so, the palms of the hands can come together. And if the palms don't come together, you can always put the backs of the hands together, or you can release the hands onto the shoulders. Lift the elbows away from the chest and then transfer that weight over to the left leg. We're going to pick up the right leg, and maybe you just stay here in a balance with your foot just dangling in front of you. If you want to come into full eagle, you can cross it over. And before we say full eagle, you could actually just stay here with the leg crossed. Maybe you have a block that you want to place underneath the toe. Maybe you just want to rest the foot against the shin, the side of the calf, or maybe you want to go full bind, and that's fine too. And then from here, sinking the hips down. Oh my goodness, eagle is such a wonderful pose, just to really get everything twisted. And then once you release, everything is just going to feel so magnificent, fresh and new for today. Beautiful. Really feeling that strength in the body, lifting the elbows up, finding a spot that you can just gaze at to keep your balance. And then taking an inhale to support you, exhaling, pressing away from the foot that's grounded, untwisting the body and releasing, coming back into our mountain pose, Tadasana, taking a few breaths here. And then on a big inhale breath, sweep those arms up once again. Exhaling, draw the arms slowly down. Never any rush here in our yoga classes. Left arm sweeps under right. Taking the palms together if that works for you. Shifting the weight to the right leg, this time picking up the left. Again, finding the same place that you took on the opposite side. Taking whatever time you need here to find the balance. And then sinking down into your eagle. Maybe it looks entirely different than mine, that's okay. And maybe your foot is balancing on a block. Maybe your toe is balancing on the ground. That's okay. The important thing here is we're on our mats. We're moving our bodies. We're twisting them. We're releasing things that have gotten all bound up. Yeah, good job. Soften the shoulders. Let's take a big inhale breath together through the nostrils. And as you exhale, press into the feet, press into the mat. Slowly release the arms. Maybe a little soft side to side wiggle. We're going to take our feet out a little wider again, just as we were in that wide-legged forward fold. Taking the toes angled out. And if there was a big clock on the floor, it'd be at like 10 and 2 o'clock with those toes. Taking hands to heart center, inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, begin to slowly lower the body down, keeping the knees nice and wide. Yeah, beautiful. So coming into Goddess with just our hands at heart center here. Feel the pose, feel yourself weighted down, feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. And then go ahead and release hands to the knees. And from here, without rolling the shoulders forward, begin just to tip the hips back a tiny little bit. Really press against the knees, and if you need to take your stance a little wider, you can. From here, straighten the arms, lengthen up through the torso, and then go ahead on the exhale breath, dip over across body, shoulder to opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen up through the center and the crown of the head. Exhale, dip over to the other side. Inhale, up. And exhale to the opposite side, yeah. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release it out the mouth. Inhale, up. Inhale, lengthen. Coming back to center. Release hands to heart and exhale, press away through both feet. Once again, heel to walk the feet together. Maybe just so that they're hip distance apart. And then from here, just closing the eyes again. We're back in our mountain pose. Starting at the feet. You can go ahead and press into all four pads of the feet, maybe lifting the toes, spreading them wide and bringing them back down. And then softly bend the knees, just a tiny micro bend so they're not locked out. Tucking the tailbone energetically under just slightly, it's not a pelvic tilt. Drawing navel in, lengthening up through the rib cage, softening shoulders behind you, keeping a nice wide chest. Thumbs pressing into the sternum, feeling the heartbeat within you. Soften the face, allow the teeth to separate just a little. Maybe keeping the lips closed, maybe taking a swallow. Soften the cheeks, soften the eyes. Draw the head back into alignment so that the spine is entirely lengthened and long and in one perfect line here. Chin is not jutting forward. And then see if there's anywhere in the body that you can soften. Now that we've done all those adjustments. Coming back to a regular breath. Soft inhales and exhales. Finding that which you can be grateful for today. Feeling the physical release from the body, that beautiful quick 30-minute detox that we just blessed our bodies with. And from here, entering the rest of the day with clarity. My wish for you is that you feel blessed, secure, and loved. I leave you with love. I leave you with light. Namaste.